What's up, everyone? This is Minnie, and today I'm coming at you with a comprehensive overview of the Research Bureau and Research Point system in World of Warships. Now, before we get into this, a couple of quick reminders. Don't forget to make sure to like the video, and make sure, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button on the channel. Hitting that subscribe button will keep you up to date on all content I release. It also helps me keep making great content, and I really appreciate it. About 70% of you right now that are watching this video haven't hit that button yet, so make sure you click it. So, Research Bureau. Research Bureau in World of Warships is some of the what we would consider end game content. It's not something that you're doing when you first learn the game. It's designed to keep veteran players interested and grinding in the game. It was first introduced in update 0.8.7, which took place in 2019, and Wargaming stated that it was designed to allow players to reset lines and enjoy the ships at different tiers again, while gaining unique rewards for playing. So Wargaming didn't want players sitting at just 8, 9, and 10, those high tiers. They wanted to bring them back into the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 range as well, and encourage players to do it by giving them a reward if they did it. Now, it is also branched out from there. At the time the Research Bureau was introduced, free XP, which can be used to grind through ships to get to higher levels, could be used to purchase new ships. There are still ships out there that you can buy for 1 million or in some cases 2 million free XP. However, Wargaming has said on multiple occasions that they have no plans right now to release any new free XP specific ships. And so all of that free XP that's being saved up is now best spent on the Research Bureau. Now, how do you unlock the Research Bureau? You unlock the Research Bureau very simply. There's two ways. The first way is to have researched, important, you do not need to purchase, but have researched a total of 5 tier 10 tech tree ships. So ships like the Kremlin, the Nevsky, the Petro in the Russian line, or ships like the Conqueror, the Minnow, the Goliath in the UK line. Those ships, once you have researched 5 of them, so they're available to be purchased for credits, will unlock the Research Bureau for you. The other way to unlock the Research Bureau is by having a dockyard or some other event Wargaming runs where you can earn Research Bureau points or research points as one of the stages for working on the dockyard. That will instantly unlock it for you. But assuming you don't see one of those and you've researched your 5 tech tree tier 10 ships, it will open up the Research Bureau, which will show up in the armory, as well as giving you the ability to reset lines. When you unlock it, you will receive a one-time bonus of 10,000 research points, as well as you will be able to get the monthly combat missions to earn extra research points. So at 25 daily combat missions, 50 and 75, you will earn 400 research points, plus any bonus you get from having a clan base that has the increase to Research Bureau points. Now, once you have it unlocked, in order to actually earn points beyond the 10,000 you get, you have to reset a line. Resetting a line is very simple. If you come in to the tech tree tab up here, you will see at the bottom that there is a diamond here, and when I hover over it, it says reset. And you will notice that as I hover over it, it is highlighting all the ships that it would take to research to get. So in the case of the battleship here, it's not just the tier 3 up to the Kremlin, it's also the Orlon, the Novik, and the Bogatyr I would have to research to get to it. So what it'll do when I click this button is it would reset the line. And when it resets the line, it demounts all of the modules on any ships you still own and sells them. It sells all of the ships and it sends all of the XP you've earned to the tier 1, the Orlon in this case, just so that you don't lose that XP marker showing how much you've worked on it. Important thing to note is if you have a line where there is a super ship, the super ship does not get reset. You'll notice even though it's underneath the Satsuma here, the Satsuma is grayed out. It is only resetting the Yamato and above. Now, once you've reset it, you grind through the line by spending free XP, playing, doing a combination of both, until you get to tier 5, at which point you will start being able to earn research points. And we can see that on my currently reset line, which is the Japanese gunboats. So tier 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 have the little diamond on them. And when you hover over the diamond, it'll tell you how much research points you'll get for getting your first win or 300 base XP at that tier. So the first win or 300 base XP you get when I play the Minikaze, I would get 200. For the tier 6 and 7, you would get 500. For the tier 8 and 9, you would get 1500. And the big payout is the tier 10, where you would get 6,000 research points for the first win or 300 base XP. The quick math on that means that you would get about 10,200 research points per line reset. Additionally, once every 3 months, the Research Bureau gets a double reset bonus where you can reset a line and it would count as a ×2. So instead of getting 200 research points at tier 5, I would get 400. Instead of 500 at 6 and 7, I would get 1,000, so on and so forth. So you would have a line reset of 20,400 research points. Now, one trick a lot of people forget or not aware of is twofold. One, you do not have to play through the line to reset it multiple times. You can reset it multiple times. If you look at my Harugami here as I hover over it, I have a ×8 multiplier because I have been resetting this line without going through and playing the ships, so that I just do one large chunk and get a ton of free XP in order to be able to buy a ship or unique upgrades or such. All you need to do to that is just spend the free XP to research all the way up to the tier 10, click the reset line, and it'll just stack the bonus on it again. And you can stack that ad infinitum until you get to it. So typically you'll see people stack it until usually 4, 5, or 6 times so that they can get enough to get new ships. Or sometimes, in my case, I'm trying to save up for a couple ships and such, so I'm stacking it even more. Now, that leads to the final question. What can you spend Research Bureau points on? Well, if you click into the armory, you will see that diamond shape will show up again on the left. And right here, it's the Research Bureau. And you can see the price that the various ships cost. So you have ships, upgrades, and signals in it. Up here, you can see how many research points you have. And so you have options. There's plenty of different ships of the tier 10 and tier 9 variety. And typically it costs between 4 and 6 resets of a line to get a new ship. You can also get unique upgrades. So back in the game, there used to be where you could grind out these unique upgrades through missions. They've moved them over to the Research Bureau, and it costs 2 resets basically to get these unique upgrades. These unique upgrades typically go into slot 5 or 6. They are specific to the ship, hence why they're called unique. So for example, the Daring upgrade gives it quicker reload time and increased torp damage, and takes up slot 5 instead of whatever you would want to put in slot 5. And these are just major buffs. And finally, you can buy combat signals with chunks of RP. Usually they're in groups of 10, and you can buy any of the current combat signals or, combat signals that you want to purchase. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's a brief overview of the Research Bureau. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be putting out a video on what legendary modules I recommend, and then potentially a video on ranking all of the legendary modules. Keep an eye when those videos go out. That'll be in a playlist as well as linked in the video description below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and tell me comments what you think about the Research Bureau and what you would like me to cover next in World of Warships. But as always, this is Minnie, signing off.